Welcome to this new video in our German grammar series for beginners. Before we begin, if you haven't seen our previous videos, we already covered German sentence structure, the alphabet, and numbers. Check out the links in the description to start from the beginning. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more helpful German lessons. Now, today we are going to learn one of the most important parts of speaking German: verbs. Part 1. What are verbs? Understanding the infinitive form. Let us begin by understanding what a verb is. In German, just like in English, a verb is a word that tells us about an action or a state. It describes what someone is doing or what is happening. For example, if I say I play or you learn, the words play and learn are verbs. They are the action words in the sentence. In German, verbs usually appear in their basic form in the dictionary. This basic form is called the infinitive. Most German infinitive verbs end with the letters en. Let's look at 3 examples. First, the verb machen. It means to do or to make. Second, the verb spielen. It means to play. Third, the verb lernen. It means to learn. So, when you learn a new verb in German, it will usually be in this basic form, ending with n. Now here is something very important to remember. You cannot use the infinitive form directly in a sentence when you talk about yourself or someone else. You have to change the verb depending on who is doing the action. That change is called conjugation. But do not worry. We will learn exactly how to do that in the next part of the lesson. Part 2. Verb stems and endings. How conjugation works. Now that you know about infinitive verbs, let us learn how to use them in sentences. In German, you do not use the infinitive form as it is when you talk about different people. Instead, you change the verb to match the subject or thing doing the action. This process is called conjugation. To conjugate a verb, we first find the stem. This is done by removing the letters n from the infinitive form. Let's take the verb machen. It means to do or to make. If we remove n, we are left with mach. That is the stem. Then we add different endings depending on the subject. Let's look at a few examples. For ich, which means I, we add I. So, ich mache means I do. For du, which means you, we add st. So, du machst means you do. For sie, or es, which mean he, she, or it, we add t. So, macht means he does. This pattern of finding the stem and adding an ending is how most regular German verbs work. Remove n from infinitive to find the stem, or add correct ending based on subject. Example: machen becomes mache, machst, macht. In the next part of this lesson, we will learn what makes a verb regular or irregular and how to recognize the difference. Part 3. Regular versus irregular verbs overview. Now that you've learned how to conjugate regular verbs, let me give you a short and simple overview of something very important: regular and irregular verbs in German. German verbs are divided into 2 groups. Regular verbs, they follow fixed rules. Irregular verbs, they do not follow the regular rules, and they change in different ways. A regular verb uses the same pattern every time. You remove n to get the stem, then you add the correct ending. The verb lernen means to learn. It follows the pattern learn plus endings. For example, ich lerne, du lernst, wir lernen. The stem stays the same. An irregular verb changes the stem when you conjugate it. Look at the verb
fahren,
which means to drive or to go. The stem is
fahr,
but in some forms it changes to
fahr.
with an umlaut a. Example:
Du fährst, fährt.
the vowel a changes to umlaut a. This is something you just have to learn for each irregular verb. So remember, regular verbs follow easy rules. Irregular verbs change, especially in the
Du, ent, sie, as
forms. In this lesson, we are only focusing on regular verbs. But don't worry, I will soon publish 2 separate videos for regular and irregular verbs in German. Make sure to subscribe and check the video description for updates. Now, let's move forward and look at some of the most useful German verbs for beginners. Part 4. Top 20 Beginner Verbs, most useful for daily German. Now that you know how regular German verbs are conjugated, let's look at 20 of the most useful verbs for beginners. These are everyday verbs that you will hear and use often when speaking German. We will group them into different categories like learning, movement, daily actions, and feelings. And for each one, I will give you the English meaning and a simple sentence in German so you can understand how it is used. Let's begin with the first group. The first group of verbs is about learning and communication. The verb
lernen
means to learn. For example,
ich lerne Deutsch.
That means I am learning German. Next,
Sprechen
means to speak.
Du sprichst Englisch.
That means you speak English. Then we have
schreiben.
It means to write.
Sie schreibt einen Brief.
That means she is writing a letter. And the verb
lesen
means to read.
Wir lesen ein Buch.
That means we are reading a book. These 4 verbs will help you in everyday situations like school, travel, and conversation. Now let's talk about verbs related to movement and travel. The verb
gehen
means to go.
Ich gehe zur Schule.
That means I go to school.
Kommen
means to come.
Kommst du mit?
That means are you coming?
Fahren
means to drive or to travel.
Wir fahren nach Berlin.
That means we are going to Berlin.
Laufen
means to walk or to run.
Läuft schnell.
That means he runs fast. These verbs are very helpful when talking about where you are going or how you are getting there. Next are verbs for everyday actions.
Essen
means to eat.
Ich esse einen Apfel.
That means I am eating an apple.
Trinken
means to drink.
Sie trinkt Wasser.
That means she is drinking water.
Machen
means to do or to make.
Wir machen unsere Hausaufgaben.
That means we are doing our homework.
Arbeiten
means to work.
Ich arbeite im Büro.
That means I work in the office. These are daily activities that you will use often in your conversations. Now let's look at verbs that describe your state or location.
Sein
means to be.
Ich bin müde.
That means I am tired.
Haben
means to have.
Wir haben ein Auto.
That means we have a car.
Wohnen
means to live, like where you live.
Ich wohne in Berlin.
That means I live in Berlin.
Bleiben
means to stay.
Bleibst du hier?
That means are you staying here? These verbs help you talk about your home, how you feel, and where you are. The final group is about feelings and preferences.
Mögen.
Means to like.
Ich mag Pizza.
That means I like pizza.
Brauchen.
Means to need.
Du brauchst Hilfe.
That means you need help.
Lieben.
Means to love.
Wir lieben Musik.
That means we love music.
Denken.
Means to think.
Denkt viel.
That means he thinks a lot. These verbs let you talk about your thoughts, emotions, and what you enjoy. These were 20 of the most useful German verbs for beginners. You can now start building simple sentences using these verbs. Part 5. Practice time multiple choice quiz. Let's do a short quiz together. I will give you a sentence in English and 3 possible German answers. You choose the correct one. I will give the answer after each question. Let's begin. What is the correct German sentence for? I learn German.
A. Ich lerne Deutsch. B. Ich schreib Deutsch. C. Ich lies Deutsch.
The correct answer is A.
Ich lerne Deutsch.
What is the correct German sentence for? She drinks water.
A. Sie trinkt Wasser. B. Sie essen Wasser. C. Sie liest Wasser.
The correct answer is A.
Sie trinkt Wasser.
What is the German sentence for? We read a book.
A. Wir essen ein Buch. B. Wir lesen ein Buch. C. Wer schreibt ein Buch?
The correct answer is B.
Wir lesen ein Buch.
How do you say you have a car in German?
A. Du hast ein Auto. B. Du machst ein Auto. C. Du bist ein Auto.
The correct answer is A.
Du hast ein Auto.
How do you say they like pizza in German?
A. Sie mögen Pizza. B. Sie lernen Pizza. C. Sie wohnen Pizza.
The correct answer is A.
Sie mögen Pizza.
Great job. If you got some answers wrong, don't worry. Just rewind and try again. Practice makes everything easier. Well done. You have just completed one of the most important topics in beginner German, how verbs work. Today, you learned how to use regular verbs, personal pronouns, and how to say real sentences using the most useful verbs at the A1 level. You also got a clear overview of the difference between regular and irregular verbs. We'll go deeper into each of those in future videos. If you found this video helpful, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us grow and keeps the lessons coming. Thank you so much for watching. Keep practicing, stay confident. I'll see you in the next video.
Tschüss.